Hello and welcome back to High Ridge Farm with me, the Walrus. I would very much like to preface this with a massive apology for not actually updating anything in the last 2.5, nearly 3 weeks, and not even mentioning anything. Unfortunately, I've been incredibly unwell. As I have learned, the flu is not something to be messed with. It knocked me for 6 for the better part of 10 days, and I'm still a little bit grim. For those of you who have never had a flu jab, I would highly recommend you start looking at getting them now. My goodness, I get a flu jab each year, and unfortunately the guess was not quite 100% on this one, as I went to a bar and I think I caught Freshers' flu, which I haven't really had since I was a teenager at university. But all the same, I've managed to fight my way through it enough that I can actually get on with some stuff. Now, as you can see here at High Ridge Farm, it's a gloriously damp, drizzly day, which makes my life so much easier. Less energy expenditure, more crops to harvest, super easy, no effort. Now, one of the things that I would like to do is to actually try and catch the blasted fish of the legendary fish that's available at the moment. Unfortunately, I can't remember which one it is. So I think one of my tasks is going to be trying to remember which fish is available during the fall and obtaining it. Of course, we've also got my barn midway through construction, courtesy of Robin being a useful individual and vaguely profitable member of society. There she is, building away, even though it's chucking it down. Although I'm not entirely sure why she's just building a random pole in the middle. But hey, I'm no fine constructor of things. I mean, I built my shed, but I've never built anything larger than a 6x8 shed. And for that being a very traditionally English measurement, 6 foot by 8 foot, so about 1.5 meters by about not 1.5 meters, sorry, 2.5 meters by about 2 meters, because that'd be a very small shed. Anyway, I have a number of crops that are just going to be flung in here. See if I can make some cash monies out of that. Let's put some eggs in the mayonnaise makers and get ready. Now, one of the tasks I do have for today is just cooking my way through some of that fish, mostly because that sells better than the naff that they are. But let's just quickly make sure I've got enough wood here, because I'm going to make myself another chest with things. Mostly because having a chest indoors of just things, oh, well, that was annoying. That'll be helpful. But unfortunately, making a torch is not. That's fiddlesticks and bunkum. For want of a better phrase there, that's really annoying. Oh well. I might just sell it, or I might just stick it in the ground and just be obtuse about it. It's how I roll. Now, one of the other things I do need to do is end up making a few more mayonnaise making machines, because they are quite helpful in the grand scheme of things. Especially since we've got a reasonable sized coop. Wouldn't hurt more than anything. Now, I'm going to have this, and I'm going to store miscellanea in there, probably clothes, you know, useful stuff like that. Now, one of the things I do need to also do today is I need to go and comb the beach to see if there's anything exciting down there. I doubt that there is, but there might very well be. Who knows? Now, I'm going to just quickly go on down there. And is there anything else that I can do quickly? Let me have a quick check here. Doesn't entirely look like it. Let's just head into town. Now, one of the big things, of course, about wandering around in town at the moment is that it's chucking it down with rain, so most of the people will not be lurking outside, which means I can root around in the bins easily, which should hopefully maybe give me something vaguely useful. Who knows? It'd be nice. Not expecting much. But I do have the potato juice, which I believe is the quest item that is being requested. So let's see if she wants it. Huzzah. And now I'm just going to end up sitting... No, that's... No. Not why... I didn't really want to just sit down. Also, I've only noticed that she has one bedroom in there, which... How on earth does that work? Well, righty, I'm going to do Robin's project, because 80 hardwood can't be that hard to get hold of. I mean, that's just going down to the foresty bit and just smashing up some trees on a regular basis. And, oh, I say trees, more of the stumps at least, because those give me hardwood. Now, let's have a quick look. Now, of course, I was running around on the beach for a while and didn't really get much done. I caught a few fish, but nothing super exciting, so I'm just going to quickly head back after visiting Gus to see if he had any particularly useful recipes. One of the other things I do want to double check is if there's anything else that I can do with the community centre on a more of a short-term basis, because the more stuff that I can actually deposit, the better I can do, and the faster I can end up getting this damn thing finished, which is exactly what I'm after. Of course, I still want to travel to the desert. I still need to do that more. I still need to have a quick look. Oh, I still really need the Enchanter's Bundle stuff. And red cabbage I can't get. Not until year 2 at least. So, not a huge amount I can do there. So, let's throw some money at one of the bundles. I'm going to buy the 2 most expensive ones that I have to get, so I just have to do one more financial bundle. Once that one's complete, then I can actually travel back to the desert. I say back. And that'll be fantastic, because that'll mean I'll actually have access to the desert fish as well, because I need one of the sandfish. Now let's have a quick look. Seaweed in there, sardines, you might be useful. Not sure. Okay, we'll put a crystallarium there, because I can, and I'll put a diamond in it. Conveniently, I just had one in my inventory, so almost like I was prepared. Okay, let's have a quick look. Now, I've got to be careful if I make things in the kitchen now, because, of course, now that it's linked to the fridge, there is the possibility that I could accidentally use up a bunch of valuable fish to make sashimi, which is exactly not what I want to do. Okay, so I'll just add the bait back onto the rod here. And still Robin getting drenched, that's fine. Now, I'm pretty sure what I'm after is the legend at the moment, but I'm not sure. No, I think that's only available. This is definitely where one catches the legend, but I might not be able to catch it yet. Or is it even available this season? I can't remember. Now, one of the things that I actually do remember I did say on the last video was something about pumpkin spice and how I thought pumpkin tasted like garbage. I've been semi-reliably informed that the pumpkin spices just happens to be a selection of spices they put into pumpkins or something to make a pumpkin pie taste less like death. Again, it's not really a big thing within English culture, at least. So I'm not saying that I'm dubious of it. I mean, it was from a good friend of mine who is American, and I trust her on that understanding. Still, all the same, pumpkins. Why? It's meh. But I don't know. I guess I just don't understand everything food-wise. And the thing is, though, I'm one of those sorts of guys, I'll try most foods at least once and see what it's like. And over the years, I've sampled a number of different foods from around the world, and some of them I've just gone, that was absolutely vile. Eyeballs being one of them. Now, okay, so I've got myself some green algae, goody gumdrops, just what I wanted. Now, let's have a quick look. So, I had a message from a friend of mine because he knew I was looking for that fish, and I might have realised that I'm looking in 1, completely the wrong location, 2, for the completely the wrong fish. I think it's the deep sea angler style fishy, and you catch them at the top of the mouth of this river here. Now, that shouldn't be as difficult, especially considering I've got a max level fishing, and I've got some fishing enhancing food that I've consumed. So hopefully I should be able to catch the first of the legendary fishes. And that'll make me happy. Whether I'll actually get one, who knows. Never said I was particularly good at this. Okay, so we've got a basic slow mover. Who knows? Probably a carp. Let's have a look. No? Oh, walleye. Okay. Maybe carp aren't here. I can't remember. Oh, I need to get access to the sewers next as well. That one's going to be a tough one because, of course, that involves chatting to Krobus and ensuring I remember to go visit him on Fridays. I think that's when he sells the iridium sprinkler. Think, being the operative word. Again, I could be very wrong. But that wouldn't be much of a change there. Would it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so the little hat signifies that this is a legendary fish. Come on, don't let it go. Don't let it go. Come on. Damn! Nearly. Got all excited there. I thought I'd caught it. No. Get back here, you. Damn fish. There we go. So we've now caught the angler. Not a very big fish. But then again, the deep sea angler isn't a particularly large fish in general. It's very peculiar. It looks like it should be terrifying and large, but actually it's just terrifying and small. All the same, no thank you very much. Keep it away from me. Also, the way that they reproduce is even more peculiar. Like, the males don't last very long, and they swim at the females and bite their way to become essentially living appendages. It's, yeah. I'm going to stop there before I end up chatting too much science nonsense. It's very much I have an understanding of science. I have a medicinal-based degree, but I do chat a lot of nonsense, and I'm very well aware of that fact. It is a thing, so ho-hum. Right, well, let's just quickly sell some of these that I don't need, like you. Do I need anything else? I'm not sure, actually, to be honest. Well, I'll have a quick look. Well, let's have a quick squiz. Don't think I really need to make anything else really right now. But one of the things I do need is obviously the hardwood. Now, the tricksy part about it is going to be the fact that I need to harvest the hardwood, not just cut it down or have it already in my inventory, which makes life ever so slightly more tricksy. Not impossible to deal with. I've got a bunch of mahogany seeds, and I'm sure I could put some tree fertilizer on them and get them to grow. I think there is a specific thing that they only grow during the summer normally, unless you fertilize them, but I don't know. Anyway, let's have a quick reorganize of the inventory. As you can see here, I'm just putting things away, making sure it's all organized. Probably could smelt some of this. That probably wouldn't hurt. So I'll put 2 lots of gold, 2 lots of iron. I'm going to plant some more mahogany seeds behind my bear statue, because that's apparently where mahogany trees live, behind the bear. And I'm going to slap a couple more pine cones in here, because that's my wood farm. And let's quickly get this up and put that in on the... oops, missed. On the lightning rod, so it means that last bit of hay doesn't actually get just eaten. Now, of course, I think I might have to open up the ranges to allow the animals to cross between them when I do actually start buying some cows. But we'll see. Okay, so it's getting pretty late, so I probably do need to head to bed. But I do want to put that in there. And reorganize this. The trouble is, I'm just too easily distracted with, okay, well, this thing needs to go in here, this thing needs to be done here, and it's just how I roll. I'm just easily distracted by shiny objects. I think I might actually just be a magpie. That's what it is. Secretly, deep down, I'm a magpie. Okay, so I've got my sashimi in there. I've got my angler, who is going to live in this box for now, until I put a fish tank in, because yes, I want a fish tank with an angler in it, because I can feel successful, because I've managed to catch one. Yay. I know, small things, small minds. Right, okay, so Thursday morning rolls round. It looks like it's still chucking it down out there, which is not a terrible thing. It's going to be gusty, that's fine. What's Living Off the Land got to give us today? Oh yeah, be careful, make sure you've got grass, blah, blah, blah. Super easy to do because I've already been doing that all year. It's almost like I know that that's a thing. I guess it's one of those very useful broadcasts if you're not... but you haven't played Stardew before, though. Now, we've got a lot of harvesting to do. We've got all this amaranth to harvest, all this corn, and other miscellaneous crop goodies, which is nice. Once I've got those away, that'll be good, because then I'll be able to sell those, which is good, because I like money. I'm not quite Mr. Krabs, but I do like money. I also can't do a Mr. Krabs voice. This is one big thing that I found is, like, I've worked as a voice actor for about 1.5 years now, like, more professionally. And one of the things that annoys me is I don't really have a huge range. I'm pretty good at doing, I'm an Englishman, and that's about all I can do. So, yeah, hey, I'm good for adverts. I think that's about all I can say. I'm a TV and radio advert man. Also on YouTube. Woo! Right, so let's quickly fling these bits in here that I don't need. So that's nice and easy and out of the way. Which is exactly where I need it to be. Out of my damn way. Because at the end of the day, I'm a lazy man. And there's stuff and it needs to go away. Now, of course, I've already mentioned about the bok choy, pak choy thing. Still can't believe I didn't know about that. So, yeah, that's a thing. And I guess that's going to be one of those things, though, is you just learn more as you go. Now, so we've got some more trees to harvest, so that's good. We get some more wood. That's fantastic. I think the barn will be ready tomorrow. And it's the basic barn. I haven't done an upgrade on it, or did I? No, I think it is just the basic one, yeah, because otherwise there'd be a door. I forget. This is the problem with coming back to it after 2 weeks of not actually having done any work, because unfortunately, as I discovered with the flu, coughing repeatedly and constantly really is quite difficult when it comes to wanting to actually do any work. And as well as that, the exhaustion. It got to the point where I was sleeping for, goodness, I was out cold for 18 hours of the day. So, yeah, seriously, look after yourselves this winter, because don't get the flu, please. It's awful, and it made me feel like death. I'd hate for anyone else to get out there to be suffering from it, because it's awful. It really is. Now, of course, other than rambling aside, I'm going to just quickly explore a little bit around here, see if there's any more blackberries on the ground and anything else that I can just demolish. Because annoyingly, I actually need fibre, which is one of those things that I shouldn't need that much of, but annoyingly, I've used up so much of it recently. I think it's because I need to use it for like the worm bins, as well as, of course, the grass starters, but I've got a bunch of those because I accidentally turned all my fibre into it, which was pretty stupid, really. But it's happened now, and I'll have to live with it. But getting some more fibre will be useful, because I can actually make some more worm bins and other miscellanea. Actually, or even not more, a worm bin, because I actually want to be able to get bait on a regular basis, so I can just not have to worry about turning monster bug meat into bait, because that'll be helpful more than anything. Now we'll just quickly cut that down and bimble on back through. Now, one of the other things I do also want to do is have a very quick investigate into parts of the mines at some point this week. Do a little bit further in there, and obtain all the goodies, because there are many goodies to obtain and very useful. Of course, there's some more fibre, so that's nice and useful. There are certain areas, like around the spa, or swimming baths, or whatever it's actually supposed to be, where you can get a reasonably large amount of fibre. Because I don't go there very often, so I've kind of let it get a little bit overgrown. So that's probably why that has happened. But anyway, for the time being, we're heading back down to the beach. Just going to have a quick comb through, see if there's anything of use. But I also want to go and visit Willie because I'd like to buy a fish tank. Because then I can put my prized possession fish in there. I mean, I know it's only one, but I think I will put all the legendary fish in there. That'll make me feel pleased. Put the large fish tank in. That'll be nice. Also, some of the weird stuff that you can do in them. I quite enjoy the fact that you can put like, things like sea urchins and cockles and other clams. You know, those sorts of things in there as well. Once Robin's finished doing the upgrades, the building for me, I think I might try and get her to build a fish pond as well. Mostly because that'll be quite helpful. Although it's not going to be helpful during the winter. I think it actually freezes over. Although if it froze over, wouldn't that kill all the fish? I don't know. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've actually done through an entire winter. I've forgotten. Oh well, that's my own fault there. Anyway, though, so we're rolling up to about 3 o'clock. So we've still got a few hours left where we can obtain things and get stuff done. It's more of the weird little things at the moment that I need to get done because, I mean, we've got one more week left of the fall or autumn season left to go. And once that's done, well, it's kind of a what next? Well, of course, it's winter, and that's going to require lots of foraging, mining, and kind of is the opportune moment of getting stuff built, because there's not really much that I can do. Oh well, anyway, so I'm going to go and head over to the northern parts of the town. I'm just going to have a quick look around near the bathhouse and see if there's anything of use up here. Looks like it's mostly detritus, like the stone and wood, but not much. Ah, there's the fibre. Good, there is some. That's going to be the main thing. That's really the main reason I've actually come here, is I want this large swath of fibre. Which is a strange thing to claim, that's really the reason I've turned up. Because it's not exactly useful stuff. Well, I lie. No, it's incredibly useful stuff, but it's not like it's super exciting stuff, more than anything. I think that's the issue, is that it's not an exciting material. Anyway, I'm going to head on back to the house now and just do the last few bits that I can for the time being of just smelting some things that I've had lying around that need work on, put the wood away, and all the rest of the other useful things. Because, hey, I've got... organisation needs to occur. Now, I've pulled out a bunch of gems for the time being, because I'm trying to remember whether it would be more valuable to sell them, or if they're more useful to give to people. And I always forget which ones are more valuable as a sales commodity. And I know that certain people really like some of the gems. And others are not so keen, to be fair. So I'm just going to... Okay, so I think one of the major things that I do need to do, though, is going into the house and setting up that fish tank. Because it's big, it's fishy, and the cat's in the way. Because I wanted to put it there. Damn. Okay, so that's annoying. Thank you, fishy. Not fishy, thank you, kitty cat. You for just being in the way. Maybe I should put it along this wall here. There we go. Now, where's my big fish? And... Nope, that's the wrong button. Oops. There we go. Look how adorable he is. Let's put some cockles in there. Make it look exciting and fishy and a little bit less drab. Because that's the important thing. I don't want it to be awful. I mean, I've caught him and he's been sat in my inventory, not swimming around and, well, potentially slowly rotting. But apparently, you put him in a tank and you're pretty much sorted, which is great. Now, let's see. Let's grab the coal out from there and put that in there. What else do I need to do? It's going to be the tough question. Let's just sell a few more of these because I've got them. It probably wouldn't hurt for a bit more extra cash right now. Don't need really everything of those. That's fine. There we go. Keep 5 of them. Sell a couple of gold bars. That's some more money. Bleh. What else? Is there anything else? Nah, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's fling those in the sales box because, again, more cash money, please. That's what I need. Because I also want to make sure I have enough money to purchase the final thing in the community center bundle to allow me to actively, finally unlock the desert bus. That'd be nice. Okay, so I do want to make a couple more things, though. So I've only got 1 earth crystal. Oh, no, 5 earth crystals. So I do have a few. That's good. I need some wood and stone to make some more mayonnaise machines. I did not have anywhere near enough copper. I thought it was only a couple, not 5. Right, okay, so I'm going to need to get some more copper. That's annoying. Not the end of the world, just annoying. Because I need to be prepared and ready and blah, 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 blah. But the more mayonnaise machines I can have, the better, because that means I can at least have them ready to put in the coop to improve the amount of things and stuff. And now we've got 3 kegs as well. That'll be useful. Oil maker? Nah, I'm alright for the time being, I think. So I've got a few mayonnaise machines, which is just useful more than anything. Make a couple of oil makers. Mostly because I can turn that into, like, I can use basic level corn and turn that into cooking oil, which would be just, you know, a useful thing more than anything. Not like anything super exciting, but it's useful. Put the crystal back on the table. Let's put some kegs in the corner here. And we will... Screw it. Let's make some cranberry wine. Yeah. Or, hear me out, I must have something else a bit more valuable in here. Maybe I'll put all the basic level gumph in there, because the stuff that doesn't really matter as much can go in there. I know I need 5 seaweed for the, what's it called? Fish pond. For the time being, so the others can go into the kitchen, because I'm sure I can use those for the mackie rolls. There we go. Oh yeah, corn on the table. As opposed to corn on the cob, corn on the table. Yeah. You can tell it's been a long day, can't you? Right, let's put all that away in there. So we've got some blueberries. We'll make some blueberry wine. That's something I've never tried, actually, is eating very many blueberries. Never really been a big thing for me. Again, I think it's more, we don't really get them here in Europe so much. I think it's a very American thing. But then again, for small currants, we have black currants, which are apparently not allowed to be grown in the USA, which is just bizarre for me, because blackcurrant cordial, or good old Robinsons, as I'm sure any of my other English viewers will know full well, is kind of a staple, especially of many people's childhoods, because it's a staple childhood drink. Fruit squash, it's how it goes. Maybe it's again, it's a very European thing, or maybe even it's just a very British thing, because I haven't, like, on my visits out into Europe, I haven't noticed as many out there. Things like lime cordials, I think I saw that in France. Haven't really seen much of it in Germany. Maybe Germans don't do it as much either. Hey, if anyone can tell me, that'd be great, because I like to know. And I like to learn stuff about different places. It's fun. Well, I think it's fun, at least. Righty. Is there anything else that needs doing? Okay, so I've planted seeds. I've put things away. I've put... well, I can put some quartz in to turn into refined quartz. That's nice. Let's just check in here. Do I have some mushrooms? Yes, I do. Let's grab those mushrooms. Some common ones and a red. And those are all getting flung straight in the box. Gold bars, they can get put away. That's super easy. And what else have we got? Into the box you go. Excellent. Okay. So it looks like it's been a reasonably profitable day. Like, we've made a fair bit of money. Not a huge amount, but we've been able to purchase some very expensive and unfortunately vaguely important things towards the desert bus being unlocked. And we made a good, like, nearly 20k there. So that's, yeah, 20k. That was a very good day. Well, catch you again on the next Walrus Plays.